Hello, everyone. My name is Chewy, and this is the I Love You podcast. Today, we're going to be discussing episode 159 of I Love You, and I'm joined by Fred and Fax. Okay, yeah. Oh, guys, what an episode! What
Yeah,
an episode!
yeah, definitely.
I really liked it.
Yeah, me too.
I did too.
I think people were starting to miss Noel a little bit, so.
Yeah, I miss Noel. He looks so good this chapter. Oh my god,
Do you want this back?
he looked really nice. I was like, stop. And then oh yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know. Like he looked really. I don't know how to describe it. Really, he looks like Rand a lot now. He's starting to look a
Yup.
lot more like Rand.
I agree, for sure.
Yeah, he looks depressed.
Stop. No, because he actually looks like he wants to cry like every 5 minutes. But I mean, honestly, same.
Oh,
Like,
Really?
it's
You
all
think
too
he looks like that?
familiar.
For me, he looks determined. He looks very, like, kind of not focused necessarily, but like
I think
he has like
not determined.
yeah.
he has like this look on his face where he's kind of just like, yeah, I have a plan. Like
Yeah, exactly.
he wants to leave so bad. You can just see it in his face. Like because honestly, I've been there, not in that like same experience of like whatever what he's going through right now. Because like there's no way. Like on the basis of like making friends and just like knowing that like you're gonna leave. Like just like what he was basically trying to get at when he was saying like, oh, I should have never made friends. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good vibe. He was right in making friends, and the people he has around him clearly care about him. It's just all so sad, honestly, because the people around him clearly do care about him, but he just knows that like he comes with a lot of baggage, so he just wants to distance himself.
He looks to me like very like okay, wrong wording here, but I don't know how else to explain it, but like there's like inner peace. It's not peace, but like he feels like because before he was constantly trying to reach out to people and people were getting hurt and all of that stuff. But now he's kind of like set, and he's like, I know what I gotta do. Like, I'm all right with it. Like, he can convince himself that he's okay with doing what he's doing. It's like kind of how
He's
Kosuke was
accepted
at the
his fate.
beginning of the story.
Is that what you mean? Like he's accepted his fate in the situation? He's not trying to do nothing anymore. He doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't care. Or at least he's telling himself he doesn't. But I feel like I just hate it here because this is like Nana is so correct, in her assessment that like this is not good. There are people that love you, like, you know.
I kind of like when I was reading that. It's easier to be like, oh no, like you have so many people that love you, but like, I
It's
people who can
different.
relate to this that sadly relate to how Noel is when everyone tries to reassure you that there's somebody there for you and all that bullshit. You just don't want to hear it. It's his mindset that's just not.
Yeah, I was
He
literally
doesn't
just about to say that
grasp
too.
anybody anymore.
Because like hearing that like people are there for you and like actually feeling like people are there for you are two totally different things. Like you can say it all you want, but
Until he realizes it,
yeah,
like it's not gonna matter. Which
yeah,
frustrates me too because I feel like Nana and Soshi and Dieter don't deserve that sort of because I wanted to like slap Noel when he was like, "Oh, Nana, go away." Like I feel like in another episode, Kai was pointing out how Noel is so emo, and he would be like at some point, "Go away, Nana." Like I'll see if I can still find that clip, but yeah, I just got mad because I was like, your Nana came all the way from Ireland to help you, to protect you, to raise you, and now you're pushing her away. Like I don't know. I just feel really bad for old people in general in like comics and stuff. So
Right.
like I was like,
Take
I
it
mean, I get
out.
it, but like also no, like Nana deserves better treatment. Like, no, shut the fuck up. No, like I think Nana knows that being with you is more important than anything, right? And Noel doesn't really understand that, and so he's definitely hurting her, and I hate it. Okay, are we done with Noel or? Oh no, I wanted to bring something up. When Nana said some mistakes are worth making, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed Noel. It gave me very much Frozen vibes, where Olaf was like, "Some people are worth dying for," you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
The
know what's
guy
actually
like
like so
killed
sad
him.
though that I just keep thinking about.
Go ahead.
Like he looks like so like he just looks so sad, and like I just feel like so bad for Noel because like you can just tell he doesn't like the holidays too. Like I could
Yeah.
just see it in his face, and like the only person he really be talking to is quote quote Nit is Nit. I don't know why I said quote quote. Oh my god. Um, is Nana.
Mhm.
He's Wait, is it his birthday this weekend or is it?
I think
His
it's his
What is
birthday's.
birthday,
it?
I think his birthday's coming up because this is his
and I
birthday
Or
the
is
think
same
that
day
his
it
as the
his
party,
party.
right,
mom's death?
is
What is it? Mm,
it's his birthday
Isn't
because
it like the 24th?
his
It's,
birthday's on
I don't know.
Christmas, or at least around it. So like, yeah,
I think his birthday is like the day before Christmas.
it's like when people
That's
like
so
feel
depressing.
really bad about themselves, they don't want to celebrate their birthday because they don't
Yeah.
think it's a good occasion, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Noel's freaking not Noel. Kosuke's birthday was the other day.
Yeah,
I
It
in real
was.
life, yeah. But we're not gonna sing happy birthday to him because he's in the timeout corner right now.
timeout corner.
Timeout corner for
His
finding
birthday
his
is December
birthday.
21st. There we go.
Okay.
So pretty close to Christmas if you ask me.
Is this the first time "I love you" has ever been said in "I love you"? Like a character said "I love you"?
Yeah.
It is. And it's Nana to Noel? Stop. No, I'm gonna cry.
Do you
Absolutely
notice? Did you notice how right after it said "I love you," it went to Shanae?
Oh,
I
big
don't
brain.
know.
Ooh.
I love
I
you
don't know.
too. Oh,
Mm.
yes, that's so smart. Is this a red herring or
Oh my god, it's just
legitimate?
like saying to when Dieter was like, "Oh, you love him," and then it's just like the "Oh, I love you too."
Oh my god, guys, if that's really true, that's so beautiful. Like they're indirectly telling each other that they love each other.
It's just I already said it. I don't want to cry on this podcast, but like it's
I'm
really
gonna
just so
cry. It's
it's
about to
just
happen at some
it's
point.
just so sad because like I really feel so like there's so much ground we still have to cover before like this part of the story's over. Like
Mhm.
we're really right at the party, and that's like the end of like the well, not the end, but like it's like
It's
the
definitely the
end.
end of an era.
Yeah, it's the end
End
of
of
the
their
era.
youth. It's their youth that's ending, and I'm gonna
Oh,
just
I'm so
jump off
excited for this new
cliff.
season. I
Oh,
can
I'm so
finally
excited.
I can
Oh,
finally
Please.
legally call. I can finally legally call Noel submissive. Oh, I mean,
What?
ma'am.
I can
Who is
finally,
it?
I don't know. No daddy, hot, sexy. What? Oh,
hashtag submissive and breedable. What?
what?
Hashtag
Oh,
just like
just
his
started
daddy.
looking
What?
around.
Okay. Do we want to talk about the next half of the episode?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh okay, so the first thing I noticed is in the transition between, Noel's house and Shinna, there's like why can't I remember? It's a stoplight. Is that am I having a brain fart moment?
Yeah.
What's
No,
the
it's a
Yeah.
stoplight.
Yeah,
It's a
okay,
I
stoplight.
think
okay.
it was a couple.
I'm like having an aneurysm. And it's on red, like, like it's interesting that they
Mhm.
chose Kimchi put red as the stoplight and not like any other
Mhm.
color. Is it kind of like this this is like where some of the story stops for a little bit, or we're on a break on some things and then I don't know what I'm saying, so go ahead.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, is it like
Um,
a break?
To be honest, when I saw the red light, I thought I was gonna see Shanae on the street because I heard her like thoughts, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing on the street?" Like, and then I thought it was in Kosuke's house. I was like, "What the fudge?" Okay, and then okay. Anyways, back to the red light. Do you think it could relate to like what Noel or Nana was talking about? Maybe, I don't know.
When I see the
About
red
like
light,
him ending all his friendships, like stopping
yeah,
all of his
like a
friendships.
stop.
Stop.
I
Oh
feel
my
like you can
god.
interpret it in a lot of
Hey,
different ways because it goes from the
wait.
house to the city to wherever Shina's at. And her hair got so
Restaurant.
You
long.
guys, the prologue. There was a what the heck was it at? A stoplight?
Yeah,
Frick.
Yeah.
the weather looked just
Hold
like
on.
that in the prologue.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going back to see.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it's at a red light.
Oh shit. Parallels to the
Yeah.
beginning of I Love You.
And then it goes green. Oh shit! She's like saying like really bad thoughts, and then when it goes green, she says it'll be okay once more. Oh my god! Let me show you.
No, I remember exactly this actually, which is kind of crazy though. But what's even crazier about that though is, so does that mean in the next episode she's gonna be in Kosuke's car and then it's gonna be a green light?
I doubt it. I think it's more symbolic of like the story of like
Yeah,
right now this is Shina's really low point and there'll eventually come a green light, but right now we have just met the red light and things are not looking that great for us.
yeah. I feel like their relationship right now. This is probably relation. I say relationship very lightly. I feel like I have to clarify I really have to clarify every single time. Like you're gonna like accuse me of being like some I don't know. Anyways,
Oh yeah, we got some people in the fandom like that.
For sure.
but but yeah, what was I about to get at? Oh yeah, the relationship right now. I feel like this is probably the best that it's gonna get. Just civil.
Yeah, you guys felt that awkward feeling when like, I did not like it. Like it felt
It's
like it was
awkward,
how
but I laugh every time.
yeah.
This happened like every time they sit at this restaurant. Like it's so awkward, but I
Like
just find it so funny because I love these characters so much that like when they're
Kosuke is
awkward around each other, like
always
I think
wearing
it's
this
funny.
pink. He's always wearing this pink
I
shirt.
hate it. I hate it so much. Like kimchi, like give us something else to work with here.
He
But
takes it
every
off. It
time he
sounds
has a
crunchy.
scene
No,
with
ew.
Shina, he's always in the pink shirt. I wonder if that means anything. I really want to ask that. Like, cause like there's just no way. Like, how come every time he talks to Shina, he's always wearing a pink shirt? Is pink your favorite color? Like,
I
just
think it is his favorite
How
color.
often is he
It's
washing that
actually
pink
green, but
shirt?
you know.
It probably stinks.
like he's always wearing in every scene they have. He's always wearing that stupid pink shirt.
I'm so
I
tired of
know.
it. Like every time I
Put
see
on
it,
a
my
new
eyes like
shirt,
bleed. I love that
right?
Kosuke's eyebrow was raised for like 50% of this episode.
The quizzical brow. I'm sorry.
Quizzical brow.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
really what
It's
it is.
giving Pride and Prejudice.
Oh god. Okay. um. No, but that's really accurate because also Darcy doesn't know how to strike a conversation, and he's like really awkward, and the conversations he has with people are also really tense and like awkward.
I keep
So
reading the scene. I'm gonna throw up
Honestly,
looking at the scene. Like Shanae, she realizes what Kosuke did. Oh, we didn't even talk about what they were talking about. My bad.
yeah. Wait, do we want to bring up the snow first? Because that came up
Yeah, let's
first.
bring up the snow.
So I think it's interesting that Kosuke sees and understands that Shinna is very distressed right now and is really upset and sad. And so, you know, he spins the wheel of topics of conversation that one can bring up. And he lands somehow on climate change. I don't know how he picks the worst discussions to have at any given moment, but I thought the Noel part was really sad, and then he brought up climate change again, and I just wanted to like cry at that point. I was like,
Same.
he's just so dumb. Like, that's not what you talk about when you're, like, trying to comfort someone. Like, oh, I hate him. Anyways, moving on. About the snowbacks, I know that, like, there was something
Oh
you
yeah,
wanted
yeah. And we are to assume that they are in, I'm putting quotes, in Korea,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure, I think it's Korean culture, how the first snow is like very like, it's like a big deal to them, and how like you take, there's this thing that if you confess to somebody, or no, was it that? What?
Good. I just looked it up, and it said true love. South
Yeah,
Korea is a very romantic country, and the custom proves it. There's a superstition that if you witness the first snowfall with the person you like, true love will blossom between
yeah,
you,
that's,
Wait, huh?
and it will be
yeah,
long.
that, yeah. So basically, in South Korea, it's this thing where if you take the person, if you're with a person on the first snow of the year, that you're gonna fall in love with them, or they're gonna fall in love with you. You just have like,
So the first thing that comes up is true love. If you witness the first snowfall with the person you like, true love will blossom between the both of you, and it will
mhm,
be long lasting. Um, so that's like one thing that.
mhm.
The second thing is lies will be forgiven. Um,
Oh
during
my
the
god.
Joseon dynasty, I'm definitely saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Um, like it was considered the first day of snow was considered an April Fool's Day joke, I guess, due to how rare it was. Because of that, there's a belief that all lies would be forgiven, even if you lied to the king. And but then it also says excess lying would not be the case. So I don't know. Did what Noel did? Is that excess lying? Probably.
Dude, that's like not even a white lie. That's like, what is the word? That's identity theft.
No, the third one is you must buy alcohol for the other party, but they're underage.
Oh no.
Maybe it'll happen with like Yujing and like their crowd, but I don't think it'll happen with them. And then the other thing is to make a wish, which is really cute.
Oh yeah,
But
as I was about to say, I heard that when you see the first snowfall with, I don't know if you have to be with someone, but I know you're supposed to make a wish and it's supposed to come true. Pretty sweet.
and then yeah, find your first love. So yeah, it's pretty romantic. So that would be really cute. If
That'd be
Shinna and
very
Noah
cute.
went out in the first
I wonder
snow.
why Kosuke's bringing it up though. It's kind of, I don't
He's
know.
just dumb, okay? I don't know.
I don't think
He's
he,
I mean,
I
I
don't
know he
think he
doesn't
meant
mean
it
it.
I
like
hate
I
that.
him.
don't. I know he doesn't mean it like that, but I'm just wondering what he's thinking about for him to bring it up.
He's
I
like
think he's
dumb. He
just
just like talks and he likes the sound of his voice and he's annoying.
pretentious little prick. My bad.
Literally.
My bad.
Literally,
My
let
bad.
me read out what this guy said. He's like, he's so contradictory. Like, sir, please pick a struggle. He's like, it's been a pretty
So
warm winter so far, don't you think? It's already the middle of December and not a single snowflake to be spotted. I guess a white Christmas won't be likely this year. What a shame. Not that I care an awful lot about Christmas in the first place. It's a little worrisome, but if you look at the
yeah,
weather trends the past few years, it was eventually gonna happen. Winters have been starting later and lasting for a shorter amount of time. Do you like
Climate
the snow,
change.
Miss You? Like, boy, shut up. What are you talking about? He's like,
really.
it's so warm this winter. We're not gonna get snow. Not that I care about Christmas because I'm emo, but then also climate change. And then I'm like, sir, please pick a struggle. He's just all over the place. I hate
Right?
him.
He's like on my eyes the whole time. I was like, shut
Every
up.
time he talks, I'm just like, boy, you need to go back to like your man cave house that's like ginormous because
His
I hate seeing you.
Patrick Bateman house.
Patrick Bateman house, okay. Are we done talking about the lighter stuff and are we like going to talk now about the truth to be told? I always did warn him. That
Sure.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead.
Okay. Let me get my thoughts together.
Mhm.
Sorry for all the listeners. I'm very tired.
I'm gonna start off by saying Kosuke's a little shit.
That's
What
that's
is?
great to start off.
You guys
Hashtag.
remember, like way back when? I think this maybe happened. Like, was it 2 years ago at this point for us? Where he told Noel to keep his distance with Shanae.
I think it was it around this time.
Definitely. It was a while back for sure.
Let me see.
It's been a while actually. And
But then Noel never really did keep his distance away from Shinna after.
Well,
because
I mean, he tried to for the most. I feel like it's kind of hard to describe what distance is because I feel like during the formal it was kind of like okay, whatever, I guess. But then like after the formal, it was like okay, I'm serious now.
I just remember the scene where like Kosuke and Noel were talking to each other at like the Hirahara Corporation, and Kosuke was like, "You need to cut her off," and Noel was like, "I can't just cut my friends off like that," and Kosuke's like, "Why not?" And now literally Noel's doing that.
No? Yeah, he is.
Oh my god, he's literally making Kosuke and Rand.
It's funny because I think back then I remember they were talking and Noel was like, "Why can't I just have a friend that's that's like a girl?" Like I just don't understand why everybody keeps saying that. That like it has to be something more than that. And I was like, "Dang, everybody can see it." I'm like, oh man. And at the time when they said that, I was like, "Wow, that's like so relatable. Like, why can't they just be friends without it having to be something more?" But now that we're this far into it, come on, guys. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, no, we know Shin is your sneaky link.
Okay, I found it. So it's in episode 107, and Kosuke tells Noel, "Did I not tell you to limit your interactions with Miss Yu? What happened to your precious word?" And then Noel's like, "Relax, we were just walking in the same direction, and if I stop interacting with her out of the blue, she'll think something is wrong, and I can't just tell her to stop talking to me."
Rand looks really good in that chapter.
Wait, what are
It's
we
so
looking
different.
Chapter
Episode
107.
107? I don't remember.
Noel's like, "I can't tell her to stop talking to me," and he literally did. Like later. Oh god, I hate this.
Well, I feel like with Noel, I mean, it's hard to describe what I'm trying to get at here with the whole like, oh, like stop talking to me. Like, I really think that like he kind of started distancing himself from everyone. At first, it was just Shinna at one point, but then I feel like it just kind of expanded to like all of his friends.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. It's one that Rand and Kosuke have employed. And what is it with like the family, the men in that family, like for them, like growing up, like manhood, the rite of passage is to just abandon all your friends and everyone that loves you. Like, what is this family tradition? I hate it here.
It's their way of coping.
What, your depression? I know what. I don't know what they're thinking on making Noel following this stupid, I'm putting quotes, tradition.
I hate it
You guys are literally gonna drive that boy to further insanity. Yeah, I'm gonna say further because he's already insane.
He's insane. I'll go for it.
But like, we have to agree that what Kosuke did was kind of wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely, don't get me wrong, it was wrong. It was very, very wrong. And honestly, I'm just saying, actually, let me not even go there. Let me just finish it with, yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, it was wrong of him to do this, to do that. Like, I will never excuse his behavior because at the end of the day, the way he treated Noel will forever just be wrong. And honestly, I wouldn't blame Noel for never forgiving him for that because very, very hurtful. Like,
definitely, like so fucked up.
So
tells Noel to do with his life, and he never gets a choice on what to do. And even Shinna was like, he doesn't even get to decide with his own friends if he can talk to them or not. Like, that's total bullshit.
For sure.
Like, he should. They don't treat him like. They just treat him like a nutcase.
You know what? They kind of treat Noel like the way a lot of people treat Shinna. Like the way Minhyuk just made all those decisions about Shinhye without Shinna's consent. Like the way they just like talk over her and like not ask for her opinion about her own like life. I feel like they treat Noel like that too.
Like, how are they gonna grow like that? Like, with everyone doing all this shit for them. Like, no, you guys are just acting like their parents. No,
Oh, in the
they don't
last
need
Which is
episode,
that.
what Shinna really said, which was like, "You're not my parent. Like, you're not
Right?
yeah.
They need guidance, not somebody to control them.
right." It's another thing too. The way they treat Shinna is like she's helpless, and the way they treat Noel is that like they have to like constantly like I can't think of the word surveillance. Watch him, I guess maybe I don't know. Like watch him, like he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just feel like Noel hates it. Shinna hates it. I mean, who wouldn't hate it? Honestly, that sucks. But yeah, it's just too ridiculous.
I swear to God, all this shit would not be happening if Kosuke just
Shut his
shut.
mouth.
Exactly.
This shouldn't even be called I love you. It should be called Kosuke shut up. Because like literally oh, I hate him. Okay.
Kosuke, be quiet.
It's interesting too though. I wanted to point something out. He says, truth to be told, I always did try to warn people about him subtly, and I've tried telling Yonggi to keep himself from getting too close to anyone. And I feel like he has definitely done both of those things. And he also says people are bound to get hurt if he keeps things up. Now look what happened. Look at the mess that's been made. I feel like Kosuke is often in damage control mode. Because when I was reading this, I was thinking about this scene where Kosuke was apologizing for Yui's behavior when like she brought her over to the apartment, and like that incredibly like disgusting scene happened where like she spilled wine on her and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, like Kosuke, like I feel like he said something like very similar. He was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Like it's interesting. He's like always in damage control mode, and he's like, I told everyone, like I was like, this is not gonna end well. And as much as I hate it, like he was right. He was right. Things did not end up well. And this is like the first time where it's not really Kosuke's fault. It's Yui's, and it's the formal and all of that mess. I feel like he's just so used to things going wrong when people in his family get close to outsiders that he just like is trying to prevent that. And I do feel bad for him in a sense in that way.
I
Or he
do
just
too.
treats Noel like a monster. It
Oh
could be that. I
Let's
think
stop at this, bro. I just thought back to that stupid hug.
because like he says everyone gets hurt in the end. Like he wouldn't. I'm putting Noel wouldn't be hurting people if others
Exactly.
wouldn't keep
Treated him
saying
right.
that he's gonna. Yeah, they keep saying he's gonna hurt people, and so like I don't know. He's doing what people are telling him he is. Like he's becoming what
Yeah.
people keep telling him he is. I'm wording this terribly.
No, he's becoming the nothing that everyone says that he was. And it's really sad. For sure.
Yeah, it's really the way Noel is. Noel is a product of his environment. Everyone treats him like he's like some worthless human being who like just doesn't deserve anything in life. Which really sucks because like Noel is such a genuine person, and like you can just like see it that like he's just so genuine. So it really sucks the way he gets treated. And like every time I see like Kosuke like treat him badly, even though I try not to be biased, it really, really makes me hate him because it's just like stop. Like it's just like stop. Like Noel is so like
Kosuke in this episode just sounds like such a rich kid. Oh, I hate it.
he does, bro. He sounds so.
I want to
God,
expand
I
on
pray for his ex-girlfriend. I don't know how she could stand him.
I I want to talk about something Shina said. She's like, "You are, aren't you? Just out of nowhere, he becomes so distant. He keeps avoiding me. It's as if As if wow, I really can't speak. As if a switch has been flipped. You flipped that switch. And I think that's right, but I don't necessarily think it's because Kosuke told Noel to stay away from Shina. I think it's because A, first of all, Kosuke abused Noel, and B, when Noel heard that call that Kosuke drunkenly picked up, where Kosuke was like, I just want them out of here. Like, why did they come here and like tear my family apart and all of that? Like, I feel like that was the switch where Noel was like, okay, like this is emo arc now because there's nothing left for me here. You know,
Emo arc.
this was his final attempt to reach out after like trying to ignore Kosuke for years, and Kosuke ended up hurting him in the end. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm out. Like that was the switch, you know. So for the way I saw it was not necessarily Kosuke's words telling Noel to stay away from Shina. It was his actions, but Shina doesn't know all the actions, so she said, in that context. It's interesting too because then Kosuke says, you make it sound like it was a bad thing. I was trying to do what was best for everyone. Is that wrong? I think that's, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Kosuke's beliefs are built
I
on
mean,
delusion.
it's kind of hard to explain because, like, from a certain stance, because I was trying to explain this in the chat, but like it wasn't coming out right. Like from like a certain stance, I can understand what he was trying to get at when he was saying that. Like behind like all like the weird, like I don't want to say double meanings, but like his like bias towards his own brother, I understand what he was trying to get at. Because I feel like Kosuke himself is really self-aware of his own family and the drama they bring to people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's aware that Noel is a part of that too. So it's kind of like, oh, like I told people to keep, like I was just saying, like, oh, just keep your distance because, like, not everything is what it seems. I mean, obviously, like he added on to the fact, like, oh, it's Noel's fault, like that's why it's like that, which clearly isn't the case because it's really not Noel's fault. It's his family's fault. But he's just shifting the blame onto Noel because, like, he can't admit that it's actually his family and not Noel, which is what I took from that.
The distance himself in the first place, like the whole situation, just everything is unbelievable. Like he's going to fucking jail. Like
You're going to jail.
This
His
is his
mom was
jail
going.
arc. Oh god.
like
Flying in the club.
if I put myself in his shoes and I think about it, I'd be running away from everyone too. I'd be fucking embarrassed. I'd be ashamed. I'm literally the person bringing all this like fucking bad energy. That's how I would feel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you too.
You know what? It is not Noel's fault. People just cannot handle him. It's all your guys' fault. You guys just can't
This
handle
whole
his energy.
family's trash. I can't.
Oh shoot. Do we think Noel's gonna go to the party? Because Shanae was saying, was it Shanae? Who the hell was it? No. It was Soshi and Dieter.
Yeah, who brought it
I
up?
think saying.
Wait, is that
Invite
this
him.
weekend? Is that what
Yeah.
what she was referring to?
Yeah. The party.
Okay.
The party is that weekend, and Kosuke, obviously, him being him, he fucking forgot. What's this weekend?
What's this weekend? He would have remembered, I guess, eventually.
Now I don't know if Noel's gonna be there. I don't see it happening. Like I feel like he'd go and then chicken out and then leave.
He'd get to the door, stand there, and then he'd leave.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how I could see it happening. It's the way that I see Kosuke going there more than Noel actually going. Kosuke at a party. Oh my god, he's so
I
crazy.
hate it here. I hate everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, me too. I just
Everything's so out of order, and I don't know how to cope. And that's it for today's episode, our discussion of episode 159 of I Love You. I hope you enjoyed our convo. We're kind of tired, but this episode definitely got our emotions riled up. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back next week. Bye!